Hello everyone, my name is Steven and in this lecture you will learn about the hacking into the SCADA or demo RW systems on our Windows XP system. So having gained experience in information gathering and vulnerability assessment through Metasploit, let's now discuss the testing of specialized services. In your career as a penetration tester, you may encounter environments that specifically require testing within services like databases, voice over internet protocol (VoIP), or supervisory control and data acquisition (SCADA). And in this section, we will explore the effective strategies for conducting penetration tests on these services here. Now let's open our Windows XP machine. Of course, we will start from the zero. I will install the Windows XP from zero for explanatory purposes. But here I will just show you how the SCADA, what is the SCADA here. So, and in this lecture, we will address this four mainly topics here. We will firstly install the Windows XP and SCADA into a virtual machine for penetration testing. We will learn about the essential principles for assessing SCADA systems. We will exploit databases and we will evaluate VoIP services. So penetration testing of services demands strong skills and product grasp of the services that can be effectively exploited. Consequently, in this section we will examine both the theoretical aspects and real-world challenges that might arise during a service-focused penetration testing. And for our penetration testing, we will utilize our trusted hacker operating system, Kali Linux here. Kali Linux, right? So additionally, we will be conducting these tests on a Windows XP system, and it's important to use Windows XP for training purposes because it presents certain vulnerabilities and security issues that are valuable for learning and practicing penetration testing techniques. And by mastering these techniques on Windows XP, students can then apply the same principles and practices to assess the security of different Windows or different operating system versions, as many security concepts and vulnerabilities are consistent across various Windows iterations. And this approach provides a solid foundation for real-world scenario and helps students adapt their skills to different environments and Windows editions. And furthermore, as part of our training, we will be install SCADA, supervisory control data acquisition system, and SCADA systems are widely used in critical industrial and infrastructure sectors by major companies and organizations. So this practical experience will give students valuable insights into unique security challenges associated with SCADA systems and help them develop the skills needed to assess and protect these crucial systems, which are vital to many industries and essential structures. And additionally, it's important to keep in mind that we will be installing DataC RealWin SCADA Server 2.0 from the exploit database platform, and you might be wondering if the system has been modified or for penetration testing purposes. The answer is no. This version of SCADA we are using is not edited or altered in any way, and it is a default unmodified version. The RealWin, the organization behind the software, has released it with a specific vulnerability that we'll be exploring here. And this choice allows us to work with the real-world scenarios, as there are instances where SCADA systems remain unupdated and may still have this very vulnerability here. Now let's get started by installing and downloading our tools and resources here. Here we will firstly let's actually firstly install the Windows XP Service Pack 2 from the archive.org, and then we will go to install the SCADA 2.0 here. So we will go to this archive.org details here, Win XP Pro SP2 English here, and I will also share this links with you. And as you can see here, you can download this specific version of Windows as a torrent or ISO image. It's almost 600 megabytes, so it will not take that much of storage here. By downloading this, as you can see, it's downloading now. So I have already downloaded and installed here. So the one thing you need here is the serial key for Windows XP, which I will be sharing here. So this is for the 30 days trial here. So you will be installing this Windows XP on your virtual machine, VMware or VirtualBox virtual machine here. So it doesn't matter here as long as you can reach it from your Kali Linux here, whether it's WAN or LAN here. So that's it here. You can actually installing the Windows XP is pretty easy. I believe you can do that. But if you have any questions, just ask me and I will be answer this again. Oh yes, we also have this serial key here. I'm sure this will work, but if it doesn't, you can enter this here. Now that's it. So also remember, I have, yes, in previous minutes of this lecture, you have seen me installed the Windows XP with the SCADA on, but in this case, I will install SCADA in this lecture here. And yes, so, and we will also need to download this SCADA here. I will share this link with you, but if you have any problems waving this link here, you can see this here. This is the link. We will be downloading the SCADA here, and as you can see here, when you go to this link, it will be automatically downloaded here. But this version of demo RW here will have the password, installation password here, and password is going to be RFX here. Now, as I said here, that system is not modified. So this version of SCADA we are using is not edited or altered in any way. It is a default unmodified version which the real Win has released. So now let's go back to our newly installed the Windows XP machine and see next. But before that, let's actually see what this program does. And as you can see here, you can go to our oil gas here. So this is a actually pretty big industrial. Here we have this electricity here, telecommunications. Can we? Yes. Here, as you can see here, telecommunications, marine here, marine, and water. So this is a demo RW here. Let's close this. Yes. Enter the user ID. No. User ID was, I think I installed this as one here. Whatever. Yeah, now we will just close this, turn off this machine and install this from 0. Turn off. And here, our newly installed Windows XP machine is booting now. Oops, sorry, can't you see it? Here. Yes, that's perfect. Now we will copy that link from our Kali Linux machine, which have the exploit database link here. If you can see it, you can see it here. And the password is gonna be RFX here. Now we will go to this Windows XP machine. Let's go to Internet Explorer here. It automatically opened. Yes, and no, we have to copy this here. Go back to here and paste here. This page cannot be displayed. Why? Because we entered another URL. Common Internet Explorer bugs here. Let's open this. Can we go to Google? Oh, our traffic is blocked. Go.com. Our lovely internet browser here. Oh, we can't go to there here. Why? The internet options, connections. No, that's not good. Internet Explorer. Let's go to Bing. I'm sure you will. Yeah. That's the problems with using 10 years old internet browser here. Let's actually increase the size of this a little bit. Oh, this is because they cannot find the server or the DNS error. Let's actually fix that. Or it might be something the SSL certificate related here. As you can see here, we have the warning key. If you are trying to reach a secure site, make sure your security setting can support it. But in this case, let's delete this S here. Oops, we get again. Some sites require 128. It's almost, we are almost going to 512-bit connection here. It's still in here. No, nothing weird here. Actually, instead of installing all those the certificates for doing the SSL here, the Microsoft Windows XP is obviously will not help us for doing so. You will just go to the oldversion.com and install some Mozilla Firefox versions. It will be much easier than installing all the certificates from zero here. So we will just download some. I think the 16 would be okay, or 13 beta 4 here. Download it now, which is the 20 megabytes here. And here it is. We will just copy this here and put it into our Windows XP machine and install it for going to websites, right? We need this operating system to be functional. Here. That's it. Now let's open it and install it. Launch Firefox now. Okay, and can we go to neverssl.com? Yes, it works. Can we go to DuckDuckGo? Oops, we have the problem with loading this website here. Yeah, instead of installing this from zero, I will just copy this here into our Windows XP machine, which you can download this from the exploit.db that I gave this link to you. This. Yeah. And now what we're gonna do here is just install this scada here. As I said, this has some installation passwords which is RFX. Yes. Now we are installing the scada here. No, okay. We will go back to here. We will install the RealWin demo here and FlexView demo, both of them. And here it asks the password here, and actually sorry for this, the password is the lowercase rfx here. Let's go rfx. Okay, next. Yes, company, let's call it electrical company. Electrical companies. Sounds weird. Yeah. Okay, now it's installing. Now we are a flex language. We also have the technology and so on. And that's it. Now we just electrical company. Next. Create backup of replaced files. Yes. Let's actually install the drivers. And password again, rfx. And that's it. And as I said, you might be wondering if the system has been modified for penetration testing purposes. The answer is no. This version of SCADA we are using is not edited or altered in any way. So real Wind, the organization behind this, has released it with this vulnerability. They didn't know about this, I think, here. And this choice here allows us to work with a real-world scenario, as there are instances where SCADA systems remain unupdated and may still have this vulnerability. And we can also start this real-world demonstration. Of course, let's actually unblock it. Oh, I don't like this voice here. Can you hear it actually? Yeah. There's this kind of voice here. Yeah. Now, I will just mute it. Perfect. And this is the same as I showed you in previous lectures. Here we have some communication, hydraulic pressure, air supply pressure. So this is demo here. This has some made up variables, weather, and so on. So we have already started this. Now we can go. So our SCADA system is already installed this. So SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition, is a combination of software and hardware components designed for overseeing and managing critical operations in diverse settings, including dams, power stations. Here, let's actually show you this to you. Can you see it? Yeah. The water, marine, power stations, and the electricity grind, the gas pipelines, and power supply in a particular city here, as you can see here, oil, gas, and various other crucial tasks. So understanding understanding in industrial control systems, ICS, of which SCADA systems are a part, find applications in environments where any mishap can have severe consequences, including stations where lives are at risk. And ICS here, the industrial control systems, play a pivotal role in managing and overseeing a range of processes here. So these processes may involve tasks like precisely blending two chemicals in a specific proportion, introducing the carbon dioxide into a particular environment here, like oil, gas, and so on. You also have the alarms, battery voltage, fire alarm, fault DC auxiliary, and so on, or ensuring the correct amount of water in a boiler. So industrial control systems, particularly SCADA systems, hold immense significance due to their critical role. And if the systems were to fall in the wrong hands, the consequences could be disastrous. And picture a scenario where a malicious actor gains control over the ICS governing a gas pipeline. So the potential repercussions extend beyond mere denial of services. So some SCADA systems could even pose a threat to human lives. While movies like Die Hard 4 portray hackers manipulating gas lines for excitement and chaos. So the real-world consequences involve extensive property damage and the loss of life. And as exemplified by the appearance of this Stuxnet worm, the security of industrial control systems and SCADA systems has been severely compromised. So it's imperative to address this UG and explore ways to secure these systems for a safer future. And here in this section, we will also delve into the how to assess the security of SCADA systems. Numerous frameworks are available for testing SCADA systems, but they often extend beyond the scope of this course. And to maintain simplicity, our discussion will focus specifically on SCADA HMA, human-machine interference, interface exploitation using Metasploit. And in recent times, we have observed an increase in the exploitation of SCADA systems far more than in the past. So SCADA systems and human MI, so human machine interface applications are susceptible to various types of vulnerabilities, including stack-based overflow, integer overflow, cross-site scripting, and SQL injection. So as we have discussed earlier, so the repercussions of these vulnerabilities can extend to endangering human lives and property. So the primary reason for this potential hacking of SCADA devices often lies in the lack of meticulous programming and inadequate operational procedures on the part of SCADA developers and operators. Now, let's take a practical look at an example of SCADA HMI software and attempt to exploit it using Metasploit. So that's it with our lecture. We installed and tested our SCADA system here, FlexView Demo RW here, and in next lecture we will try to exploit this. I'm waiting you in next lecture.